Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ on the PlayStation 4. We're still on the private test server, and we're going to be just making our way to the northwest. I think we're probably going to do. Let me bring up my iSurvive map, see if I can remember. I think we're just outside of town, aren't we? That's where we finished last night. I think we're coming into Mogilevka. But let's see what pops up. Good evening. Pop Dem Mollies. Nice name. Here we go. Right. My intrepid fireman. Let's get his axe out. Here we go. Oh, let's change the settings. Right, so let's have a look at the map. Where do we want to go next? So, straight on to Vishno. Yes, Vishno is where we want to go, which is straight on. Wait a minute, let's have a look. What kit have we got? What have we got? We have got some sardines, an empty bottle of water, some rice, and a pan of water. So we should probably take a couple of minutes just to fill up our bottle of water. Maybe see what else we can see. Let's have a look inside these houses. Wouldn't mind finding some more food. That would be cool. So what we're doing, in case you're wondering, is playtesting the mods that I've installed on this server. Now they're very simple mods. They include making weapons spawn on the coast, basically, and spawn things like spawn submachine guns in clinics and hospitals and fire stations and police stations. Just to change the story a little bit. Also, magazines spawn full of bullets. That's a nice purple bag, isn't it? And weapons spawn with magazines, and everything spawns in pristine condition. So nothing spawns in damaged. Oh, I love that. And then what I want to do is see if we can make our way to the northwest so we can find a military post. And what we're looking for are M4s and AKs spawning in there. If we could find something like a Ada 4x4 complete and ready to go, that would be another tick in the fact that these mods are working fine. And also a helicopter crash that was a C-130 cargo plane, that would be absolutely marvellous. So there should be a water pump just around here so we can fill up our water bottle. We might have to dispatch a few zombies. So with these mods that we can now apply to PlayStation and Xbox, it's very easy to go over the top with them. It's very easy to end up breaking your server, and sometimes you don't really know that you've broken the server for a while, or it might not be immediately apparent that the server's broken. You know, everything might seem okay, then all of a sudden things stop working. You know, so that's why this rather kind of boring playtesting. Ooh. Be careful, these zombies might aggro off each other. Come on, mate, you can do it. Go over the fence. What's he doing? Hey. That's it. Okay. So, yeah, there's a large number of zombies here. Where's this water pump? These signs are really cool. Very Fallout. How's this doing? Still pristine, excellent. Sorry, let me catch up with the chat. I've been rather rude, haven't I? Looked at the chat. I'm going to try one of your types in my server. Excellent. Good evening, Claire. Good to have you along. Jamie says, would you share your XML files? I've tried to mod my server but can't get it to work. Do you have files you have shared? Yes. All the files I have are shared. So if you just go back through my videos, a couple of videos before this where I say play testers needed, all the XML files that work on this server, they're there in the description. And then if you go further back, there's another one where I share all the files. Here we go, for my for the other mods I've done. So they're all there. Everything is free, everything is there to play with. Why am I wearing a chest holster? Let's fill this baby up. So, there's a is that a clinic? Or is it a shop? That's a shop, isn't it? It's not a clinic. Let's have a drink. Fill this up again. Thanks, I looked one up for spawns at Northwest Airfield and ended up it was just water spawns. No. Yeah, you've got to be careful. There's lots of people who are saying they can do things and they don't. Or they try and charge you for things and they don't. So just never pay anybody for anything. That's shotgun. Oh, binoculars. I do like binoculars. In fact, what we should do. Oh, I'll tell you what, they've gone inside my pot. I know they have. Pots are great, but stuff that the game likes putting stuff inside them. So we might have to start dropping things because we've got an awful lot of stuff here. Let's do a bit of inventory management. Right, let's get rid of that chest holder. We don't need a chest holder. We haven't got a gun. Do we really need an SG5K? So I've got an SG5K with 27 bullets in. So we don't need an SG5K and a USG45, don't we? So that's a USG45 mag that's empty. Okay, so let's drop that. Let's put that on our shoulder. How are our shoes doing? Shoes are doing good. We've got spare shoes. We've got spare bullets. Okay. Back. We've got loads of bandages. We've got loads of stuff. So let's put that there. And make sure we haven't dropped anything we shouldn't have done. Let's carry on our way. Don't think there's any. Right, Vishnoi is left, so that is where we will be going. Let's rock and roll. Let's just search in this house. See if we can find anything. 762 by 39. Are they in the description? Yeah, they're in the description. You've got to say more, haven't you? Not the description of this video. Go back to the one that says I need help playtesting. And then if you open up the description, you'll see they're there. You can download them. Looks like a slightly overcast afternoon here on Chernarus. As we make our way towards the northwest, I suppose we should keep an eye out for helicopter crashes, though I don't think there are any in this part of the map. I'm dressed as a fireman. Emergency Rescue Services. Let's keep an eye out for mushrooms and the like. Well, it's raining. But I have got a paramedic jacket on and fireman's trousers, so we should stay pretty dry. Let's just move a little bit faster. Stay warm. Got plenty of fluids. If we come across an animal, we'll probably kill it. Get some nice fat or something like that. We got anybody on the server with us? One person. If you fancy having a play on the private server, this one is open. Just look for Scalespeeder Gaming, and it is the 1T server. If you'd like to come on and help me with the playtesting, just spawn in at the coast, see if you can find shotguns and ammunition near the coast, post any feedback to any of the comment sections on my videos, or you can, if you're over 18, you can come and join the Discord. What have we got here? Some chlorine tablets, they're worth having, aren't they? You are here. So, we're there, and we want to get up into this area so we can start looking for helicopter crashes. Not today, but in the near future. Of course, it started raining because I said it was such a beautiful overcast afternoon here in Chernarus. I think my next mod, Thermin Merman says, do you know if it's possible to spawn a bear as an event as a custom spawn? I haven't tried. It should be fairly easy to test though. Just reduce the bear spawn points to 1. I'm trying to think, actually, do the bears have spawn points? They don't, do they? No, you'd have to start... You'd have to substitute the bear at a different one. So, for example, replace the police cars with bears, but then reduce the coordinates for the police car to 1, and then spawn yourself nearby, and then see if a bear appears. I'd imagine you should be able to. That should work. What we've tend to find is things like bears and wolves. You can change them fairly easily. It's objects that are difficult. Objects like cars or boxes or things like that tend to be a little bit more finicky when it comes to where you can place them. For example, I haven't had any success trying to spawn items where players spawn, roughly where they spawn. Seems to be very difficult to do that. Things just don't spawn in. Or maybe they do spawn in, but they spawn in underneath the map. Maybe that's the case. Haven't been able to do it reliably. People have spawned stuff in, items in, to custom locations, including things like cars, and obviously the bigger, with a car, if you spawn a car in, you can spawn loads of stuff in the boot. So, so that's pretty cool. But we haven't been able to reliably do it in other places. Kind of watch this space. There's some zombies outside. Hello, zombie. Here we go, here's a good example. So this is the SKS. As you can see, spawned with a sight in. How cool is that? Now have we got some SKS? There we go. And so now we've got an SKS all good to go, which I think is pretty cool. Hey, body count says, hey Scalespeeder. Body count says, ignore the message I sent you on Discord, I figured it out. Oh, good for you, sir. Good for you. Right, so Body Count asked the question, he said, will your custom XMLs work on Livonia or are they generous only? So if you look for my custom XML files, which I say you can find them in my video stream, although they've only been tested on Churnerous, because they don't rely on any custom spawn points, so I haven't put any coordinates into these files. I'm just relying on what the game generates. In other words, I don't think I do. No, there's none at all that I play around with. They should work with Livonia as well. And as far as I'm aware, there aren't any map-specific items. God, these guys aren't happy, are they? So yeah, should be fine. Like you say, it's a good basis for you then to start doing what you want to do. God. if, for example, they say I'd spawned in a water pump, some of the guys figured out how to do that at a particular location. Will that go inside there? There you go, that's better, isn't it? If the guys, yeah, that wouldn't, well, it might work, but the water pump might be in a completely, wrong position. Talking of water pumps, so we need to have a quick look at the map. Toby chases, how many kills did you get so far? I've just been killing zombies. Norman Bird says, thank you for the videos that you've made. You're awesome, man. Hey, thanks, Norman. Bodycat says, replace Livonia spawns over Cherry spawns, I guess. Bodycat says, but you're looking forward to when they allow us to change what we spawn with. Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember where we are. We're in Vishnu, aren't we? So we want to take the left-hand trick out of town. I think we've just got to be careful that you don't lose the DayZ feel and the DayZ experience. DayZ is a survival game, a zombie survival game, I think if you're saying, what would I change what you spawn in with in DayZ? I would add a stone knife and a piece of a drink, In fact, what would I? So if I had a choice, yeah, a stone knife, definitely spawn in with a stone knife, rags, road flare, drink, and 2 pieces of food. That's what I would do, or one canned food. That's what I would change to start off with. Nothing else. Just so you've got that extra. Because at the moment, where you just spawn in with 1 piece of food, and it could be like a plum or an apple, that doesn't do you very long. And if you spawn in, if you're unlucky, especially on a public server, and you can't find any food, you're dead. Plus, without a knife, you can't make any more bandages for when you get attacked by zombies, and if you lose those bandages. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't go mad. The more I've kind of learnt about modding and played around with modding, the more I've come to kind of appreciate how difficult it is for the DayZ developers, Bohemia Interactive, to create a game this huge that's balanced and still works. It's so difficult, and to find that very fine balance between a fun survival game and one that would be really frustrating because you die all the time. Because you don't want it to be too easy, This isn't a complete sandbox. It's a game, and the win state is to stay alive. And I don't think you want to lose that. You always want that bit of challenge, of the fact that you could be killed by zombies if you're careless. You could starve to death. You could get ill. You could fall off those rocks and die. All that sort of stuff that makes it important to realise that your decisions in the game and what you do have real consequences, because if you don't see that you're bleeding, or a classic thing with DayZ is that you get involved in an attack with zombies and you fight them off, but your health drops down, and then at the same time you then run out of food, and because your health is already halfway down, as you start getting hungry, your health drops even faster. And all of a sudden you go from a fairly comfortable position to one where your character is about to die. And I think that's really clever. You can be you think you're really comfortable and everything's good, then all of a sudden, you're on the edge. I think the biggest thing that DayZ needs, that I would like, are just more maps. I would love to have more maps, because I'm very much a PvE. I treat DayZ as an adventure game, I'm not in it for the shooting. If I want to play PvE, I'll go and play Call of Duty, you know. If I want to shoot guns, kill people. But if I want to explore and survive and build and have this immersive experience, you know. Ooh. Aha. I tell you what we could do. Should we have a go with the... Should we do some hunting? What have we got here? Oh, look at these. What should we have? Let's get a bit closer. I'd really like DayZ to have more of a more models for when you shoot animals. It shouldn't be just based on damage. It should be based on where you kill them. So if I go for like a heart shot on this animal, say about there. Oh, we got it. Can we get this one as well? No. Now we've got to be careful because those zombies could be running from the town. So we got one of them. See where the others have gone. Not far. So in the heart. Okay. Let's get our knife out. Keep an eye out for those zombies. Oh, here comes the other one. Sorry buddy, I've just killed your mates. Right, so let's take the fat and this meat. No, we don't want anything else. Where's the other one? I mean, I love this part of DayZ. Right, we'll leave the rest for the crows. That's what we should do. Gotta love the SKS. Great weapon. Great weapon. Right. So we've got a backpack full of meat. When we get to the next town, we'll cook some of it off. And then we'll have loads of food for the rest of our adventure over the weekend. Right, sorry, let me catch up with the chat. Thurman Murmur says, when I tried to spawn a gun in a trunk or a backpack, it spawns with no attachments. Has anyone figured out how to fix that? Right now I just have the attachments spawn in the bag with them. That may be the way that you've got to do it. Bodycount says, well, I'll try your custom XMLs on Livonia and let you know if I needed to make any changes. Share them. That would be really cool, Bodycount. Share it in the Discord so everybody can see. All I'll add is stone, knife, drink and map. Yeah, good call. Jamie Graham says, I don't like the maps in the game. Bodycount says, I used to mod Armour 3. My Armour 3 server had natural disasters. Wow, I'm just getting into Armour. Thurman Mermin says, I own a Prison Island deathmatch server. I would add bandages and a radio and battery. Bodycount says, my server is all about challenge, first person, no crosshair, even debating on darker nights. Jamie Graham says, I've been in prison PvP deathmatch, but half the loot spawns in the sky. Bodycount says, Eseka best Armour 3 custom pack. E-Seeker. That's mine, Jamie on Xbox, lol. Bodycount says, go for the colour. Jonah the Gamer says, hello, hello. Jamie says, I see Don create his own island map. Flux Reaper says, I'm in somehow. You are. Well done, sir. Enjoy. Remember, we're looking for helicopters, crash sites that are C-130s. And you're looking for machine guns that are spawning in, or weapons that are spawning in full of magazines that are full of bullets, all that sort of stuff. Report anything unusual, and don't shoot anybody. This is PvE. PvE. I think I've killed a cow here before, actually, I think. Bodyguard says, anyway, I'm off at work. We'll update you on the Livonia thing on Discord. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very, very much. Right, just bear with me for a second. Right, apologies. Right, let's crack on. I think some of the best gear to wear in DayZ is this, like the paramedic stuff and the firefighter stuff. Keeps you drier than the military gear. That's interesting. It's a fire break, isn't it? They put so much time into making this map, don't they? Oh, look at the road. You're just about to see the road. I think it's a road. You've got the electricity pylons. Heat pack. I think that's deer. I'll tell you what we should prepare for. Is a bear attack. I don't know how effective a submachine gun will be taking down a bear. town off in the distance, so we've got a town there. Got a building there. I think what we'll do, we'll probably head on over to this building actually. I'll cook some meat here, I think. Then we'll head on over to that town afterwards. Probably not this evening. Have I got matches? What's that there? 762 by 54. I wonder if this place has got a fireplace that we could use. Yeah, you can't use them, can you? Actually, it's a bit tight in here. We won't have the fire in here. I don't like it. We will have the fire in this rather handy little shed. Okay, let's put that away. Let's get our sticks out. Let's combine them with some rags. Let's craft a fireplace. There's our fireplace. Got trees. Yeah. Let's add this to the fire. In fact, we need that, sorry, we need that. If I drop some of this stuff, let's drop that. We've got so much stuff. Where these zombies come from? Nice. Right, let's cook. While this is cooking, let me catch up with the chat. Right, so, oh gosh. Fluxtrooper says, I found a Mozan already at spawn. Excellent. Good, good, good. What are you testing out? I really want to find some heli crashes that are C-130s. Does an axe spawn in a house? Sometimes. Depends on the house. Thank you. Video is very good. Thank you, per guy. Rossi says, hello Rossi, good to see you again. Hello, I was on your test server earlier for 2 hours and never came across a shovel or a pickaxe, but came across everything else. Interesting. Interesting. So maybe we need more shovels. Never mind, work is dead. Thermomurm says, in events I found event name is Animal Bear, but there's no mention of it in event spawns. Maybe I'll add it in Animal Bear event spawn, it could work. So bears are an event, yeah. And it spawns in the Arctis. Thermomurm says, my server is stuck in restart because of Nitrado, I can't test it myself. They have got problems at the moment. What are you trying to do? Make a house or what? Yeah, just a fire, thank you. Yesterday I managed to put a lighter on my server. Now you need not use matches. I tend to make the drill anyway. Do you have any custom player spawn XMLs? There is no, I haven't. No, not yet. When I was in the types XML, I was looking for the Viger, and it ain't on there. Yep, I've done a video on that. I may well have. When you look for something, you can't find it, but when you not find it, you find it everywhere. That is very, very true. Although, with what Rossi said about the shovels, I am going to make a note of that, because you're right, I haven't come across any shovels or pickaxes. I'm pretty... You want them, don't you? Right, let me add that to my list of things to check. That is a good shout, that, Rossi. Thank you very much. Add shovels, pickaxe. I mean, shovels especially. You need them, don't you? Got to be careful I don't get too warm here. Bodyguard says, I've come across both with your custom XMLs. They seem to be rare though. Yeah, cheers Rossi. Yeah, that stuff is really important, because, as I was saying earlier, when you're playtesting these mods, you don't really know if something's gone missing. And often, it's not the fact that it's gone missing, it's been replaced by something else. So, the spaces where the shovel should be spawning in, something else is spawning in over the top of them, sort of, because of the mods I've made. So that's a good point there, because if you can't find shovels, you can't bury stuff, and you can't dig stuff up, and you can't make walls and things without a shovel. I'm going to start getting too hot. Yeah, I'm too hot. Let's move some of this stuff around. Oh my god, look at all this stuff I've got. I've got way too much stuff. Can we put that on our back? Okay, so we've got rid of that. We're not going to need that rice now because we've got food. We're not going to need that because we've got food. Do we need rags? We've got loads of bandages. Let's get rid of them. Let's start moving stuff around a bit. We don't need that stick. We don't need that stick. Right, our pants are now empty. Let's move some of this stuff up. There we go. Okay, so we've got plenty of space in our backpack now. Why have you got a pair of shoes in your inventory? Spare shoes, Jamie. You should always carry spare shoes in DayZ. I know you can fix them with leather repair kits and duct tape, I think, can't you? But spare pair of shoes, best way. Journey the Game says, in Scalespeeder, can you make a chat on Discord only for put the codes there, make easy for everyone? I have a lot of codes, can help people make server mod good. Yeah, I'm working on an FAQ at the moment, so we might have something like that. We'll see, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. Thermin Mermin says, sort of most of the floating loot is from custom helicopters and the ATC building not spawning. But I think I fixed the ATC building last night. Oop, we don't want to burn this. Body count says, Jamie, better to have them and not need them then. The amount of times my shoes have died and I haven't been able to find any. Absolutely, that's why I'd always say have spare shoes. Have we got much more to cook? Body count says, I seem to never find duct tape either when I need it to. That's true. Duct tape can be a problem. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to cook one more bit and then we're going to do a bit of shooty and then we'll call it a night. Okay, so let's store that. Let's get rid of that. Let's drop the rest of the meat we're not going to cook. Let's grab a piece of meat, eat it. Let's grab the cooking pot. I'll tell you what I haven't done before. Tell you what we'll do. Can we put more than one piece of meat in here? Hmm? What about you and Mum of them? Right. Can we put any more meat in here? Oh, we can. Oh yeah. So why don't we'll finish off with just a little test. Looks like we can't put the rice in there. Okay, and can we just put the pot on the fire? I don't think you can. You just put it on the fire? No, you can't. Can you? You need the tripod. Okay. Oh well. Right. So let us go over here now. Right, so let's just check this house. This house has got one door, two doors. Let's close that door. Right, where's the other village? The other village is over there, isn't it? Right, okay. Ooh. Let's remember to load the gun before one tries to fire. Right, where was the other one? Now, the question is, are a load of them going to come from this town over there? Guess they haven't spawned in yet. They're too far away, aren't they? Okay, no worries. Well, what we're going to do, we are going to call it an evening now. I'm just going to spawn out in front of this sign, so when I spawn back in, I know where I'm going to be going. So, thanks everybody for coming along for the stream tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you all along. Good luck everybody with your server modding. I know it can be a little bit frustrating, but stick with it and you'll get there. And yeah, if you enjoy the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thanks for coming along tonight, and I'll see you again soon.